Hello, my Leo friends. Karen Barney, Intuitive Tarot Reader, here to do a general reading for 2020 for my Leo friends. What's happening for the Leos of this world in 2020? What do they need to know to navigate this next year? Going to be a banner year for everyone, I feel. Let's see what's happening for the Leos in January. One card for January. There it is, the Hanged Man. So are you in wait mode, my Leo friends? What are we waiting on in January? Perhaps it's something that you've started here in December. I'm going to have to go back and look at your December reading. You might want to do that as well and see what it is you might be analyzing here in January. February, what's happening in February for my Leo friends? We have the Tower. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, the Tower can be shock and awe, or it can be surprise and delight. So I think where you're here analyzing things in January, in February, you are like, okay, let's make him move. And maybe something comes in and upsets things. But overall, I think it's going to turn out well because the Tower is, perhaps upsetting when it happens, and change is coming in here in, pardon me, excuse me, March. Changes coming in, unexpected things changing very fast here in March. What's going on in April? Sometimes the Tower comes in, upsets things, but in the end result, you see how it was beneficial. And that's what I meant by that. So let's look at April, what's happening for April and our Leo friends. April for our Leo friends, that's too many cards, just one. One card, please. There we go, thank you. Leos, the Chariot. All right, so the Chariot means that you might be seeking some sort of travel. Maybe you're transferred, maybe it's an unexpected transfer. The Chariot card is also a card of victory. It is a card of movement. So things moving very quickly, as you can see, things changing with just a couple of words here with the Knight of Swords and the Chariot card, moving things forward. Finding your, okay, and the Four of Wands for January, February, March, April, May. This is May, right? Four of Wands, happy home life, security, stability, foundation. And what do we have here? June, things changing there. The changes you want to make are coming in there, my friends. All right, let's pull a spirit, excuse me, what is this? This is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle card here for the first half of the year for my Leo friends. What's happening with Leos? Leo, January through June. Fire sign coming in, making changes. The Knight of Wands, enthusiastic. Sorry about that. We've got too many fell out. I couldn't choose. So one card, please. There it is. Thank you. And we have the Dream Walker. Dreams, the collective good and illusions. So don't discount your dreams, my friends. It might be that you are looking at things and, looking at things in an illusionary way. And what I mean by that is maybe you're not seeing the reality. You want to look at the collective good. What is going to be best for everyone? The collective good. So let's talk about July here. What do we need to see with July and our Leo friends? July and our Leos. The Dream Walker, dreams, the collective good, and illusions. Okay, so you got to see it clearly, my friends. Perhaps this Tower comes in and is a wake-up call come February, and you make some changes in March. You think about moving here, perhaps moving house, and those changes are coming into effect by June. July, what do we need to know for July here for our Leo friends? July. July for the Leos of this world. What's happening in July? One card, please. Just one. They're being fresh now. Leos, one card. The Four of Pentacles is trying to come out, but it's coming out in a clump of cards. So what is it that we need to see for July here with my Leos? The Ace of Swords. Okay, July is going to be an impactful month. I would say that the truth comes out. These changes take effect here. That is your vision, your crystal clear vision, the clarity coming in, the truth coming out, victory coming in, you changing things. What's happening with the Leos? This might involve where you work, what you're working on in August. September, what is the one card, excuse me, we need to see for September? And my Leo friends. The Four of Pentacles, there it is. So it might not come in until July, August, September. It might not come in until September, my friends. Now, the Four of Pentacles is a card of holding on. So you might be struggling a little bit financially after these changes, but you're working on it. Okay, you might be saving. You might be trying to hold on to a situation, perhaps a work situation. What's happening in October? The choice, a partnership and a choice. Okay, so you have some choices to make here, my friends, come October. The Lovers is the Gemini card. By the way, to the Tower, Scorpio, the Chariot is Cancer, and the Lovers, of course, Gemini, as we just mentioned. But the Lovers is a life-impacting choice within a partnership. Now, it does not have to be romantic. It could be something that you're working on. What's happening with my Leo friends? Leo, come November. What do they need to see for November? There it is, the Death card, Scorpio energy on the table again. The Death card coming in, making sweeping changes, clearing the decks, opening you up for a new beginning. What's happening here in December? But you're feeling a little bit trapped by it. You're feeling a little restricted. You're not sure you can make it. King of Pentacles, though, you're going to regain your stability. You're going to regain your position of authority. And he's the provider. He's dependable. He's loyal. He is, the person everybody can count on. So let's pull an Spirit of the Animals Oracle card for the second half of the year, my friends, and see what that has to offer for you. What's happening here for July through December for my Leo friends? July through December for my Leo friends. One card. One card for the Leos. Well, that's two. Okay, we only need one. Just one card, please. One card. What's happening for my Leos in 2020, July through December? There it is. Thank you very much. We have the Raccoon, the Inventor. Decide on what it is you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. All right, my friends, so you have some choices here. Not only are you perhaps the provider in this partnership, but there are things that you're working on, things that are going to change as far as your property, your house, or travel, things like that. Let's see what's happening here in January with the Hanged Man. Let me shuffle this a little bit just to make sure. Leos, January, the Hanged Man, assessment, analyzation, looking for perspectives. The Hanged Man is a voluntary position too. You've done this to yourself, and that's okay. Sometimes you need a timeout. So what's happening in January? Maybe you're resting up from the holiday season. What's happening here in January with my Leos and the Hanged Man? The Nine of Swords. So you're worried about where you're headed. You're analyzing where you're headed, and it gives you anxiety. What's happening here in January? The Hermit, you're going to find your path. You might need some guidance, my friends. The Hermit is a card of Virgo, but also the counselor. He is perhaps an attorney, a therapist, someone on that idea, or maybe just a close friend that you have discussions with about where you're going, what you need to take care of. February brings the Tower, and that is where your Four of Wands comes in. That is your happy home, your stability, your foundation. That is also a card of celebration. Happy life, happy wife. So what's happening in your home here come February? Tell me why the Tower is here for my Leo friends. In February, the Tower. What's happening for my Leos in February? The Eight of Wands. You're going to get some messages that might upset the balance there in your home, causing some swift changes. The Knight of Swords can change things with just a few words, my friends. So you want to make sure that if you are in a position of power, let's say, then you want to make sure that you speak with, you measure your words, okay? Measure your words carefully in March. What's happening here with the Knight of Swords? These are changes that are charging in. The Knight of Swords is, he is the fastest knight in the deck. He comes in really hard charging. So you want to make sure that if you don't want these changes, your Four of Cups, you are dissatisfied with something, disappointed, my Leo friends. You've been pouring all of your energy into this cup and it hasn't filled up yet. So how are you going to make these changes? Thank you. You're going to bring them to a close, my friends. You're going to bring some things to a close. Now, the Eight of Wands can also be called the arrows of love. So perhaps these arrows are flying back and forth, and they might not be comfortable arrows right now. But these are messages coming in here in February, and you might need to get some guidance on how you're going to do that. So let's talk about April here with the Chariot card. Are we moving on in April? Okay, where did it go? All right, went right under my chair, hard to find. All right, the Magician, you are manifesting these changes. These are changes that you are bringing in, my friends, here in April. The Magician card, see it, think it, and have it. Okay, be, do, have. The Chariot card can be a transfer, it can be actual travel, it can be movement, moving house, can be a card of victory as well. But moreover, it is a card of control. The Charioteer here has to bring this black and white horse, or Sphinx here in this particular deck, into alignment so we can move forward. So it's about control. It's about mind control. It might even be a little bit of manipulation here in April. With the Magician, you know, the Magician does one thing with one hand and another with the other. Here is your crossroads. This is where the rubber meets the road, my Leo friends. What's happening in April is you are going to finally say, okay, I've thought about this. I have perhaps expressed it and shocked people, and now it's time to bring it to a close, and it's time for me to make these changes and make them happen. So what's happening here in your home life? Your happy home, happy life, Four of Wands, stability, foundation, security. Happening here? What are you celebrating here in May? Dreams, collective good, and illusions. The dream walker. Are you walking in a dream world? Are you still perpetuating the illusion? The Eight of Cups. I think you are perpetuating the illusion of the happy home. It may not be something you are prepared to walk away from yet. The Eight of Cups, card of leaving the emotional baggage behind. You know, the cups have not all spilled yet. They are still standing. There's only a couple that have started to topple here in this deck. So, you know, it might be a situation where you're going to wait and see a little bit. Okay? Or you get excited about something and you say, okay, let's change this, this, and this, but then you don't follow through. The Knight of Wands is sometimes does not follow through. I think you're concerned for the children here in this card. The Six of Cups is a card of children. Perhaps there's something that comes in out of the past, certainly possible with the Six of Cups, but I think it's really about your comfort zone. It's about stability, and you want to take a step away from that, my friends. You're actually even being deceptive about it, perhaps, or maybe someone is being deceptive with you in wanting to take a step away. Now, the Knight of Wands, making those changes, coming in June. You know, this is about what you want to create here with the Knight of Wands. You have to put in play what it is you want with the Magician card, my friends, my Leo friends. But the Empress is a card of motherhood. Could mean that there are children involved and you're concerned how these changes are going to affect them and therefore hesitant to do whatever it is you're going to do. The Empress is also about your creation, though. So what is it that you are changing? What are the changes you are making, bringing in? What are the changes here in June? The Chariot. You're moving forward in June, my friends. You may think about it in April. May finds you perhaps a little bit hesitant, maybe speaking your mind but not making changes. But in June, the Chariot comes in and says, we're moving forward. You know, you again, moving house, transfer, travel, any of that, but bringing these horses into alignment so that you can go in one direction instead of trying to go in two different directions at the same time. So let's talk about this raccoon inventor here. Decide on what you really want. Exactly that. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So my Leo friends, come July, we have the Ace of Swords come in, and the Ace of Swords is about victory. It's about clarity. It's about the truth. It's about perhaps cutting things loose. And the King of Wands is in control of that. The King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So there you are, my Leo friends, taking control of the situation, seeing it very, very clearly, and making the changes that you need to make come July. Now, what does that mean here with the Ace of Swords for my Leo friends? What are the changes, my Leos? And the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands is that pressure, that burden that you want to release, my friends. The Ten of Wands. You'll be doing that. You'll be cutting yourself loose here in July. So if it is cutting yourself loose or speaking the truth or bringing in that victory, the pressure will be off come July. So in August, what is it that you are working on? Eight of Pentacles, honing your craft, nose to the grindstone, dedication, and you are working on self-satisfaction, I would say. The Ace of Cups could be, your happiness, your own personal happiness, your own emotional, perhaps, healing, but it also could mean a new love. There's a partnership coming in here, or perhaps one that's on the table, let's say it that way. The Hierophant, a new love and commitment. You are working on love and commitment here in August. So let's see where that goes. The Hierophant can be that vow, the integrity. We talked about integrity over here, doing the right thing. I think you want to do the right thing. You are working towards satisfaction within this commitment if it is already in place. If it's not in place, then you are cutting yourself free and taking advantage of that come August. And I don't mean taking advantage in a malicious way. You are looking at that opportunity saying, I'm going to go for it. You're working on it. Tell me why in September we are holding on to our finances. Why are we... Yeah, it's going to take strength and courage, my Leo friends. There you are, right there. You are holding on. Now, are you holding on to the partnership, the commitment, or are you holding on to the financial aspect of it? Why is the Four of Pentacles here for my Leo friends in September? The Emperor, you need to be in control of it. Now, the Emperor is a very stern, very stubborn, very dictatorial ruler. It's my way or the highway. So are you feeling that way about the finances of this in September? What's happening here with the Lovers card, the Gemini card in October? What is your choice within this partnership? The Ace of Wands, new growth, new power though, power coming in. So we've got very powerful cards here the second half of the year, my friends. Decide on what it is you want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So it might not be all or nothing, as this card in September, the Emperor, implies. It might be that you have a choice to make, choice for your new growth, your new passion, your new inspiration. What is it that you are excited about? What is it you are confident that you can achieve? And I think it probably has to do here with this love and commitment. The partnership here in October here for my Leo friends, the Page of Cups. You're offering your cup. You're hearing some news about a partnership that gives you some passion, gets you excited, gets you, excited for the next move. And the next move, my friends, is in November, the Death card. The Death card is unquestionably an ending, and that is the Queen of Wands. You are focused intently on the ending. How do you end things in November? What are you ending in November? Are you ending this partnership in favor of another? Or are you just changing the things that you are working on within the partnership? The Three of Pentacles. You are putting the plan together. You are focused on putting the plan together in November. What is it that you're doing here? You might move here in May and June, and that relieves some of the pressure. Perhaps it's a financial pressure, and that this satisfaction comes in with August, that you don't have to have quite as much money to support this commitment. It's happening here in December. You're trapped, though. You're feeling doubtful here in December. You're feeling like you can't make a right move here in December, and I don't like that for you. These are your fears. These are your limiting beliefs coming in, keeping you stuck in this position. So take the blindfold off and see that you can walk freely, my Leo friends. The Ten of Pentacles. But there are family situations, I would say. These children or the security that comes in here with the Ten of Pentacles. Remember, you are the provider here with the King of Pentacles, and that might be a heavy burden. That is a heavy burden for you to leave behind. It's not easy. It's the Ten of Pentacles. What is the Eight of Swords here? Queen of Pentacles. So, it might be a situation where you have to restructure the family security and be a little bit more nurturing, a little bit more caretaker of the family. And I mean that in a kind and generous, nurturing way, not necessarily financial, because we can see that you have the financial capabilities. But it might be a situation that, perhaps the children need some nurturing here, and you don't want to make a move until you can do that. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, just one step below the King, it might be a little bit of a financial setback for you if you make these moves, my Leo friends. My goodness, lots of stuff coming out. So if you would like a private reading or have a question on this and want some clarification, visit karmic1tarot.com, where you will find my services and my schedule. Please do continue to like, share, and subscribe. All of those comments are welcome, and I do try and respond to all of them. So if I miss you, I apologize. And I hope this finds you well. We'll delve into these months individually come next year and see if we can get you some clarity on whatever your situation is. Thank you so much, my Leo friends. Appreciate you joining me here on YouTube, and we will see you again shortly.